here we are again. We're on our way to the Catskills. I got some food in the back, but we're gonna stop by at the smokehouse of the Catskills too to get something, maybe knockwurst or something to grill, and hopefully we have a lot of grilling and some sauna waiting for us at the cabin over there, and just a fun weekend just to hang out and relax. I'm here in the beautiful Catskill Mountains of New York, and I wanted to show you a specific Finnish cooking method. And this is super common when people have summer cabins, maybe even when they go hiking, things like that, where you just don't have the usual cooking methods available. And that is Muurikka pannu. So Muurikka pannu is just a cast iron plate. It does come with a legged variety. Unfortunately, I couldn't get one. I just got the one without legs, but that's all right. I stacked some rocks haphazardly and made a fire under it. And really, that is all that is needed. You just need a place, a fire pit, a fireplace, something like that, and you just stack the Muurikka pannu on top of the fire, and you're cooking. So I'm gonna make some pyttipannu on this Muurikka pannu. I'm just heating it up first, and also I think I need to season it too, because I haven't used this before. So common things to do on a Muurikka pannu would be just meat dishes like pyttipannu or all kinds of grilling, maybe some salmon. Also one very specific, one favorite of many people is to do lätty on the Muurikka pannu. So now I'm just gonna sit here, wait until my fire is pretty much just embers. Then I'm gonna cook my pyttipannu. I have here some pre-made things for the pyttipannu. Like for example, I have some seasoned potatoes. Just some cut up onions. Some bell peppers cut up, just sliced. And some knockwurst that I just cut up very roughly. A few eggs. So let's see if I can make pyttipannu on this. Let's just double check that it doesn't really wobble or anything, and then we're good to go. Yeah, it's pretty good, except for that one side, but that's all right. I just gotta remember not to press too hard on that side. We're good. Now we just wait. Alright, so I have some bacon grease here that I'm just gonna pour a little over the pan just to season it. So it's almost like cooking on a wok. You have to have all your ingredients ready when you start cooking. The only problem seems to be that I lost a few pieces of food over the edge. But other than that, it feels very similar to cooking on the wok. But I guess this is like a Finnish version of the wok. There's even a little dimple, little indentation in the middle of the pan. So this way you can kind of keep the hot things there and then move the cooler things on the outside if you want, or something like that. Maybe have some oil in the middle and use it for frying eggs or something like that. So that's pretty cool. This will be done very quickly. It's kind of interesting way of cooking, really. It's very simple. I mean, cast iron plate on a fire. It just doesn't get much simpler than that, but it's just a very relaxing way of cooking, and I could see the appeal to it. And I could see the appeal for it too in the summertime when you're outside, maybe you're by the lakeside or something like that. You're just cooking, outside. You could probably see these pyttipannu cookers in Helsinki Market Square. I think that's where I've seen them a lot of times. They have similar dishes to this, what they're serving. Just got to be careful. I see that a couple of pieces are getting maybe a little bit too charred right now, so you got to keep moving the food. It's just so hot that it's going to get charred very quickly. I don't want it to burn. Charred is okay. A little bit of char, that's great. But burn, no, I don't want that. I am a little nervous about the eggs, though. I don't know how the eggs are going to... If I crack a couple of eggs in there, what's going to happen? Are they going to just get stuck on it? Because this is not very well seasoned pan. I don't know. Maybe I should avoid the eggs. Let's try one. Okay, let's see if we can scoop the food out of there now. And the eggs didn't work too well. I mean, they were sticking, although my tool helped quite a bit taking them off. But other than that, I think this worked pretty well. And here we go, my first meal cooked on a Muurikka pannu. I've never tried it before, but this was kind of interesting experience. It definitely is like cooking on a wok, especially when it's on a hot fire. I guess if you put it on embers, you can probably adjust the heat a little bit so it won't be like that, but definitely it helps if you have everything ready to go as it is. Like what happened to me is it turned out that the bowl that I had reserved for the Finnish food wasn't quite large enough, so I had to go back in and get another bowl. And during that time, the potatoes definitely got a little bit more burnt than I wanted to, but other than that, it turned out pretty good. Interesting. It does kind of have that fire-kissed flavor to it. Maybe it's not the prettiest dish, but you know what? When you're cooking outside in nature, you have to kind of just learn to accept things as they are. And you know what? Even though it may not be the prettiest dish, it tastes really good. I added some jalapenos, a little bit of ketchup. Probably could have added more condiments. I kind of like a lot of condiments on my pyttipannu. The sun is about to set, so now last thing to do is grill some steaks on the Muurikka pannu. I have 3 steaks here that I already salted last night, so I'm gonna put them on the Muurikka pannu. See how that works for grilling steaks. I think it should work pretty well. The only thing that I'm a little unsure is if it's going to be too hot. These steaks are very thick. If it's going to be too hot, is that going to burn the top layer? Or are they going to burn on the top before they're done in the middle? But I guess we'll see. I put them on this side of the pan because the fire is kind of on the other side of the pan, under the other side of the pan. So I figured maybe this side will be a little bit cooler, so it's not going to be as hot and maybe it won't burn as much. We'll find out. I also have to resist the temptation of taking the steaks out too early, because they look like they're done, because they are just so thick that there's a danger that they're still going to be blue inside when I take them out. But at the same time, resting the steaks after cooking them, especially on high heat like this, will definitely keep cooking them a little bit longer. So it might be that they're going to be done after resting, after a good resting period. I'm talking about maybe like 10-15 minute rest or something like that after cooking. Perfect, medium rare. This steak is a little bit more on the rarer side, oddly enough. I think it was just a little bit thicker than the other one, maybe? Interesting. The other one was medium rare. This one's a little bit more rare. Some final thoughts about cooking on a Muurikka pannu. I think maybe my heat was too high at the end. Maybe it would have been better just to wait until right now when there's just embers underneath the pannu to cook. It was a little bit tricky. The food was almost burning. I was able to save it, but at the end, it probably would have been better with a little bit slower cooking rather than just such a high heat to just blast it with the heat. But overall, I think this is a pretty cool way of cooking, though. It'll get, with practice, I think just like anything else, I'll get a little bit better with it. So one thing that I would definitely say is when cooking, I think I would definitely steer towards the fattier cuts of meat, like pork. Probably would do really well on this. Some sort of fatty cut of pork, maybe like pork shoulder steaks, like what Finns knows as Kassler steaks. They probably would work really well on this. There's always a little bit of it's a little tricky controlling the heat when you have a natural flame rather than just a knob, like the dial knob to do it. But I'm super happy I did it, and I think I will do it again in the future. But maybe instead of regular beef steaks, I'll try with some pork instead. See how that works out. I think that will work out really nice too. Or maybe even with some chicken would be good because chicken cooks so fast. It can take high heat, fast cooking and maybe marinated chicken, like Finns love marinated pieces of chicken, something like that. So, but yeah, stay tuned. You'll definitely see this Muurikka pannu again in the future. And let me know in the comments. Have you tried Muurikka pannu? Have you cooked with it? What's your experience? What kind of dishes have you cooked with it? And as always, make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time on Finish Your Plate. I'm going to hit the sauna now. The sauna is warm. And enjoy this evening in the sauna.